Oh, hello, everyone. How you doing? I was, like, wiping my face and stuff, like, trying to get the sweat off, because, you know, when I'm casting with Rambo, I'm like, oh, Santísimo. It's the only time you're ever going to see a Hispanic and a Canadian casting together, and it's an amazing thing.
French-Canadian. French-Canadian.
Oh, you the man, dude. You the man. Anyway, hopefully you guys are enjoying it as well. UNiTE going up against the guys over in, can't forget them, Epsilon, and we have the game underway. It seems like it might be Meltdown, Search and Destroy. And before the break, we talked about Mbos. We said he's going to be the factor in this one. On the Epsilon side, though, who is going to be that factor for them? Who are you looking at to really take over this game?
I definitely feel like Parasite's probably the most consistent Search player, probably top 5 in the game, if you ask me.
Okay.
Definitely a player always to look out for, a really smart kid. He always played the game the way it's supposed to be played, so a really understanding player what it takes to win in Search.
Yeah.
But really, I think the factor of Mbos, well, like we were saying earlier, is the fact that Mbos kind of grew up as a player in a GB community, playing those GB tournaments, and the aggressiveness in those GB tournaments is really what kind of like made him the player he is today in this Black Ops 2 game, where aggressiveness is actually a good thing.
Yes.
So in Search and Destroy, we're going to be seeing a lot. I think we'll see a lot out of him in making plays, just because he's really used. That's his comfort zone, is just jumping around corners, going for kills, having this aggressiveness. And if you look at the players on this team, Ricky as well kind of grew up in the same fashion, and they're like Mbos and Nameless, Saints and Nameless, also like pretty decent Search players. So I think it's going to be interesting to see their strategies, though, because I really feel like if anything, Epsilon's going to be, I think, a bit ahead of them. Is mainly the fact that they've been playing, those 3 players have been playing together for so long. John kind of just filled in for that spot. So I think they just have to generate good strategies on this map. Like we saw it at COD Champs, we saw it at different tournaments. They always seem to have a good understanding of what they have to do in every situation. So I think it's going to be like, it's kind of like the battle if you look at it. It's the aggressive team versus the more methodical team.
Yeah, and I think that I had a long conversation with Parasite about this a while ago, like I think post COD Champs, and he basically told me, he's like, yeah, aggression is rewarded in Black Ops 2, like you had said. And if I was a betting man, I got to tip my hat, I have to tip it to UNiTE because of that reason. That aggression should certainly play out in their favor. So let's actually go ahead, jump into the action, and kick it off here with Mbos, as we are going to have an awesome, I would say, a game in our hands here.
But yeah, another thing I want to note here is this class he's using. If you look at his class setup, he's actually not using Dead Silence. He's making a quick push here, looking at actually teabag and kill him a bit. And
that's what you got to do, though.
Yeah, that's what you got to do against Epsilon, is just make him angry when things are going right. Ooh, actually, a bit of a stop. He shouldn't have stopped there. That's really what it is in Black Ops 2, is when you make a push and you kind of give your position away, you have to keep going for it. And especially when you're alone, like that's the thing I was talking about earlier with UNiTE, and that's might be their biggest issue, is the fact that we're going to see a lot of individual plays trying to be made here, and those aren't consistent. That's not the consistent way of playing the game. Consistent way is playing with your teammates. So it really could go either way. It's really, if those pushes are made, like we saw Mbos get that first kill, if you'd have been shut down, then that push would have been useless. As you see, like UNiTE kind of like, they're a little bit spread out here, not really playing as a team, just trying to get those positioning down and trying to move up on the map a little bit slowly, as not really like Epsilon's going to play it.
Yeah, they most certainly need to do that here without a doubt. We're going to have about 25 seconds left on the clock. Ricky is going to get taken out, and Epsilon will take the first round of play here in this Search and Destroy Meltdown game. Miracles, here with your final kill cam.
Yeah, I mean, we saw some good shutting down by Epsilon. And they actually they were able to notice that Ricky was actually making a strong push towards the bomb site. Oop. Did I just cut off? I don't know.
No, we're good. We're good. You know what it is? We push audio out to the house. It's all right. You just joined me here. It's no big deal.
My bad.
And the winner of that last game, by the way, was UNiTE on that hard point. So that's for my stream director. We're going to get that graphic that's situated in just a second. But yes, so we want to make sure it's fair and even for everyone at home.
Here's the perfect difference of the two teams. As you look at Epsilon, instead of having like an individual guy push, we see all 4 members focusing the same side of the map. They're already inside B. They're already working together towards the bomb site, and they're making plays that are going to be able to like kind of cover each other. If someone loses a gunfight, like we saw someone die there, they're already making a push towards making this play. They still have a good positioning, which is the main thing, is the fact that even though they're down players, they still have control of the site area. So if they can get a kill or 2 here, they might be able to still win this round, even though they lost the first pick.
Yeah, if we go ahead actually and take a look at the minimap, or blow up the minimap, you can actually see just like the way that the pressure's coming. Nameless able to pick up a kill. Miracle is actually going to take out Mbos there. That could hurt them just a little bit, but Nameless is going to be waiting for a player to creep right through here. He finds him throwing down shots, not able to connect with that one as he does manage to run away. And look at this player right here, Saints. He's the one that I'm really looking out for, because if anyone gets reckless, if anyone decides to make a move, Saints is going to be there for the punish. They know they have him pinned without a doubt.
If you look at the minimap, Epsilon actually making a great push to get it here, and Ricky's going to be stuck at their platform, and he's run out the ball. Great play by Epsilon there, taking advantage of understanding where your opponents are at. But Saints in a good spot to actually flood this round right now. He needs to get the bomb play, and he gets the first kill, and he spent a bit, just those few shots that he missed. Just that created that timing for Miracles, was able to react to that play. Even we saw a bit of a slow reaction here. Wasn't super sure where he was, but we saw Miracles come up the kill there. A fairly easy kill as Saints was running out of bullets.
I think that Saints had expected him to walk on the walkway instead of being on top of the Jennies, and I think that was what threw him off there, because it seemed like he was looking at that angle. But that could have been it.
And a small thing that Saints should have probably done is shoot that bomb guy more in cover. I feel like he kind of just put himself out there. Really easy to trade a kill on that if you're in the open.
Yeah, so and I think maybe he thought that he was actually going to be more on their side than on the other side. You know what I mean? I thought, and maybe that seemed like his approach. So he was like, "Oh crap! Now I have to back up," and then he ended up paying for it.
Realistically, he probably thought he was going to kill the bomb guy and then run away. Like he wasn't. I don't think he was trying to face the second guy right away. He was just trying to get that quick kill. But we see Saints here pick up first blood, and they have control of the B site now. We see a bit more of a methodical play here from Saints team UNiTE, and actually doing the same thing as did Epsilon last round, but the better way. Like if you look at Epsilon, is all stuck top mid, and Embo's actually goes up there for a kill, and he's actually not stopping. If you look at our minimap here, Embo's actually making stride, and he gets he gets picked off. Went a bit too crazy there, and you see one of the players, I believe it was Kill, actually got a kill on a player watching a flank, and then John picked up Embo. But Saints picks up a big kill here. It's a 1v2 situation. And it's all up to John. Yeah,
John's going to fight his way out of here. He's able to pick up one on Saints. One more player, but Ricky there for the stop with the Scorpion to clean that one up. Great run there as they're finally going to put one on the board. UNiTE with the win. Let's take a look at the final kill cam. As you can see, Ricky was actually atop Jenny's, waiting to see if he came around. Saw him, he's like, oh, found him, and he pooped on him.
Thank God he was weak, dude. I would not want to face John, and I would not want to challenge John at any time if I know he's got a chance.
And I believe he had an AN94 versus his.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's risky, dude.
You got to call it from his team that is weak. So at that point, it's still a good challenge because he should be able to get the few shots on the kill him like we saw there.
Very true, very true. And now Killer with the bomb in hand. So he seems to be there. He's their go-to bomb carrier. Like every time in Search and Destroy. Now, we may actually see an A push here. But, of course, the push that I call the Envy push, that you guys made that delayed push, that could be something that they're trying here as they're actually stalling it out just a tad. One player is going to be pushed up quite aggressively, and that was going to be Parasite. So let's see what he's going to do.
Can we go more Parasite? Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
All right, he's going to try to make it push top mid here. He kind of just runs through. He got away with that, but he actually gets shot around the corner here. Parasite really needs to. Parasite makes a great player. Actually does not go in A. That'd be the expected move, and he kind of forces UNiTE to push towards his team right now. So
that's true.
Some great plays here as they have UNiTE stuck in A. I'm not entirely sure why Epsilon is still trying to go through A here. Obviously, they don't notice. They know for sure that one player is in A. But at this point, I would have just taken the bomb, ran at B. But they're still watching every door. Like I said, they have UNiTE stuck in there. So technically, if UNiTE doesn't know where the bomb is, they should be able to carry this round over. But as you can see now, they're going towards towards B, and got full map control. Parasite's in a great spot, and his teammate as well down low. As you see, John actually picked up a kill, a great spot. So
yeah, the rotation begins here, and that was a solid play. I think the reason why they were like stalling it out because they maybe thought, oh yeah, they probably see the bomb, so let's like be slow with it. And Saints now on your screen, able to find one player. He's going to close that one out. That's going to be John, leading him into a 1v2 situation. 34 seconds left on the clock here, as Saints is going to have to climb his way up top and hope to God no one's going to be in the middle, which no one is actually. Both players, Miracles and Parasite, going to be by the right side, and Saints is not aware of that yet.
We didn't see them.
Yeah, he did not see them.
There's no way he's going to this round. That's just literally like Epsilon played that so well to where they knew where he was. They just ran as far away as possible as he was and just bought time.
Yeah.
And pretty much the time that they bought, those 15 seconds he spent looking middle from the top mid, just pretty much killed that round and gave him no chance at it.
Yeah, and you know, something Parasite's really good at, Rambo, is he's really good at playing clock. Like, he plays the clock so well. It's scary because
any smart player
it's
really
like if you 1v1 Parasite and he has the advantage of time on his hands, it's like I would reckon to say it's almost like a guarantee he's going to pull off the W in that round.
Yeah,
like that's how good he is with it.
And any player with the right mind plays time. That's really how you want to play Search and Destroy, especially with the bomb down. That's a guaranteed objective that you know exact. You can pretty much, like any objective on the map is a tell of what your opponents are going to do. And especially when you say like time is on your side, as we see Nameless get the first pick, it's really important to play the time and to understand that you can force your opponent to come to you and pretty much run away if he's out of position to get the bomb in time.
Yeah, and just as you pointed out, by the way, Nameless got the first pick, but John answers back, thus tying it up. 3 people for each team. Ricky actually identified someone, tries to go for the kill. He's able to take him out there, and Ricky now closing that one out. Let's see. John and Killa, of course, last 2 left alive, going up against the 3 members of UNiTE. Nameless, the only one taking a seat here, as they have control of B, but they haven't thrown the bomb down yet, Rambo. And I don't agree with that play.
Not at all. I mean, it came to a point where they kind of knew where they're going, so he didn't want to get picked. But at that point, he saw the player go through the what we call number 4. We call the yellow takes number 4. But ooh, a great play by that player.
God.
Whoever got away from that was a really smart player.
Greatest dolphin dive ever, right there.
Right. And it's a 2v1, and they're spread out. That's the thing. I feel like I preach to my team is whenever you have an advantage, just stick together. There's no way you're going to lose around if you stick together.
That's very true. That's very true. I mean, hand holding is like what you can call it. You know, that bait and switch too.
Oh, he walked right in front of him.
Yeah, it saw the shadow.
Yeah, saw the shadow. Like, oops.
Like we see the map, but we actually saw the shadow. It's
I think I was looking
right
at the map
there. And there you
can
see
lucky,
Saints.
I guess. But there you go. Like example, Saints ran in front of John here. John had a free kill, and it was a 1v1 with like 30-something seconds left on the bomb site. So it's just those risks you take. That's the inconsistency factor that really.
But then in that one, do you go into pillars? Like, do you just stay in pillars and not stay in the middle? Like,
no, actually, the best thing to do in a 2v1 with bomb plant on A is just to rotate around the side. You kind of, because the player is not going to be expecting people to be outside the bomb site, so you make sure he's not on the bomb site, and then you flip. You just go, let's say, through your door, or his door, or top mid, and just come back and check the bomb. And at that point, you wasted 15 seconds that he can't kill anyone really without trading and kill.
And it's like you're playing a game of Ring Around the Rosie.
Exactly,
basically.
and you're buying time. It's either he's going to face 2 of you, or he's going to run by you, and you're going to get him with 15 seconds left on the bomb site.
Exactly, and then at that point, if you can stretch out the fight long enough, you can actually end up pulling the W there. So now Nameless able to pick up 1. Miracles, though, with the stop there on Embos. And if we take a look at the stats here real quick, Miracles 6-2, solid performance from him. John 7-5, Ricky 1-4. Embos had a pretty good start at the game, not really making much happen. And Saints has been the player to watch, 7-4 for UNiTE.
We really saw like Embos the first few rounds get away with his rushes and get kills out of it, but the last few rounds just has been working out. That's
Epsilon's wising up now.
Exactly, yeah. They're understanding that, okay, this guy's just going to run at us. Let's just try and pick him off because he's going to be a free kill pretty much. That's what the good teams are able to recognize. But Nameless picks up a kill now, and it's a 2v3 situation. Once again, UNiTE is really like prompt to not let them get inside it. They really want to force Epsilon to go to B, which is not the worst of ideas, especially when you have advantage numbers. It's really easy to break either bomb site when you have numbers on this map. So, but Nameless actually trying to get the bomb, but Nameless is alone again. So he's got to wait for the rest of his teammates to actually make a play here.
Yeah, but wait a minute though. Miracles is actually going to end up taking out Saints on that one. Nameless though with the stop on Parasite. Miracles last one left alive. Ricky with the stop, and that's going to make it a 3-3 game as UNiTE Gaming manages to tie this one up. And I think they went over to the other. I think they went A because they thought maybe that mid game mentality is like, all right, time to switch it up. Yeah. Maybe that was like the strategy that they were going with, but it ended up working out in their favor in the end.
But it's still, I really want to point out, though, a play there. The play from Miracles to run up the stairs is actually a great decision, even though he lost the gunfight. And it wasn't really a gunfight you were supposed to win, especially against another Scorpion like that. But it was a 2v1 situation. He's got the bomb planted. If he sits where he's in the spot and just watches, I mean, he's going to get pinched. Yeah. So he singled out a player and gave himself a chance of winning that round. If he singles out that player, then maybe buys a bit of time for Nameless to force to go to the bomb. Then he's got a chance of winning the round.
And then he would probably expect Nameless to get really aggressive there, which is something that Nameless has been doing this game alongside Embos. So, you know, it wasn't very sound play, but I have to ask you about that because a lot of people are like, oh, Scorpion on land, you know, versus Scorpion online. It's a different world. But you seem to do pretty well with that Scorpion on land. What are your thoughts about that?
It's like it doesn't have the versatility it has online. Online, it's like you can pretty much get away with so much killing people at range. Yeah. It doesn't have the same range on land, but it still has that really. It's kind of the awareness that if I face you in a 1v1 gunfight close range, I'm not going to lose that gunfight because of the fire rate my gun has. So it really gets into your opponent's mind. I feel like it's more of a mind game gun. I mean, I've been using it mostly because I like being on hills with a Scorpion because it's really hard to take someone out with a Scorpion in any kind of close range gunfight. Yeah. So
right there, actually, the hip fire really did not pan out well there as Epsilon ends up getting taken out. Now, online, that's probably something that would have worked out well with that hip fire.
Not necessarily. You see, that's one thing that I've been feeling, even though it kind of sounds dumb. The laser sight doesn't help the Scorpion at all, in my opinion. It actually makes it much much more difficult because the hip fire spread is actually what you want with a Scorpion because of the fire rate.
Yeah.
It's like a shotgun pretty much. The more wide it is, the better it is because it's kind of you have such this wide range of being able to shoot someone. You don't have to be so precise.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons why I've been not using the laser sight and just going for quick draw and extended mag on my Scorpion.
That's actually a pretty interesting assessment. Yeah. I would not have thought about that. With the widespread being so important, and the fire rate as well.
Because I mean, you're only going to kill people close range, and the fire spread at a close range is actually better when it's wide because no matter what, it's going to hit someone. So that's really my thought process behind it. That's the reason why I use that gun in hardpoint mostly.
Yeah, and now as we go into round 8 of play, 3-4 in the count here, Epsilon, they have some good positioning here. RCXD inbound. I'm not sure who that is for.
Saints. Saints had it, and he got killed while using it.
Oh, and that was actually a bad spot that he got killed
really
at, if you saw there. Not the most advantageous
position. But his team picks up 2. It seems he's still able to pick up 2. All that happens somehow makes no sense, but it is what it is, guys. This is Call of Duty. Like, you never know. It's really about making the plays this game, and it's really what it is. Like, we've seen some crazy stuff this event. Some top teams getting dropped. Like, we're already out pretty much, and we lost a team that obviously we probably shouldn't have lost to, but it's just things like that. This is Call of Duty, especially Black Ops 2. It comes to a point where there's this factor that you can pretty much go around and shoot people.
Yeah.
And if you do it correctly, and it's pretty much anyone can shoot a gun at the end of the day. And so if you get the right time to do it, then things happen.
Yeah, it's a next level of thought process here. Killer, by the way, he's only going to have a couple of seconds left and was not able to get it together. 4-4 in the count. Now, how big would it be for UNiTE to take game number 2?
You read my mind. You're in my head right now.
Dude, I've been doing that all weekend, man. Me and my stream director, I'm like, go to commercial. Oh, wait, you already did it.
You're in my head.
That's what we do, baby.
But, okay, so pretty much Epsilon is already down one map. And Epsilon is what we call a momentum team, kind of like Complexity. They're really teams that once they start getting into it, they're really hard to stop. It's like a train. But the train for Epsilon hasn't started yet. And it's still it's really, really slow right now. So it's 4-4. If UNiTE can win this one round right here, they're going to be in a great position to actually take this map because Epsilon's feeling it right now. They know that if they lose this map, they're down 2-0, which is never something you want to do. And especially with the mentality on those players, they're really not a team that is really good at coming back from games. So it's going to be super important to see if Epsilon wants to kick this game to actually come out on top here. And we saw someone actually run from top mid to the yellow here.
That's pretty
kind
reckless.
Of really a mindless play there, as UNiTE had a pretty given pick there, but they had some machine guns, not ARs, which is the reason why I didn't get that pick.
I want to point out, by the way, Embo is actually playing more passive now. He's actually using an AR. He's using a sniper. He's not trying to get super aggressive here. Embo's finding a player right in front of him, able to take him out. That is going to be Parasite. Another one pushing down in the middle. Embo's go. He is going to have to drop back, expecting a player right behind his Jenny, and he actually is. Let's see if he's going to find him here. This is going to be intense.
Oh, he speeds one.
That's Miracles.
Huge kill here. Ooh, Miracles gets away with a glimmer of help. That's the Epsilon thing right there. That's Epsilon, man. They just never die. But Embo's actually turning his back here on top mid. That's not good. It doesn't seem like any of his teammates are actually watching top mid right now. And he's about to, he gets picked from top mid. Killer later gets a big pick. But UNiTE has the side. They need to worry about middle right now. And there you go. Killer gets another kill. And it's all up to Saints now. And he gets the first kill. He has to go big here. This is a huge kill if he can get this. And he gets a 2-piece. Oh, and he gets picked. And that was huge. Oh. If he was able to pick that, he would need to be a mid-4. That's the positioning while you get the kill.
Yeah.
That's something people don't understand is like, you want to get that kill, but since there's still 2 guys alive, you want to be in a position where you can kind of get away from that fight.
Yeah.
So he backed up towards the wall, which made him exposed to pretty much every angle.
Yeah.
If he would have kind of pushed up towards the top, he would have singled that player out.
If he would have went to the left of where John was.
He didn't know where John is on
That's true.
Obviously it's to be fair, but still in this situation, technically John could have been defusing. That's really what I would have expected in that situation.
I agree.
There's 3 guys, so if you would have been forward while he got that kill on the staircase, then John would have went all the way around, and Saints would have been able to buy more time.
Yeah.
And therefore probably.
Well, I also think what happened was John was defusing, and then he was like, "Wait a minute, 2 of my teammates died. Yeah. I gotta run." And then that was that really rushy mentality that he often has.
As soon as one of his teammates died, he got off and then went for it. It was a smart thing to do. It really was.
I mean, because if you just stay there, then you're dumb. Unless you're like a hair away,
obviously.
there's no reason for you to commit.
Unless you're more than halfway. If you're more than halfway, you still have a teammate alive. You shouldn't be able to kill a long guy. But he probably just started.
Yeah.
But we see Epsilon here. This is the round they want to take right here. They want to go last round for sure. But we see them again. Every team has favored B so far. I don't think we've seen one strong A push. Maybe Epsilon tried to slow push earlier, which didn't work at all. So both teams favoring B. And Murray gets the first kill. Huge pick on Saints here. And got it from top mid too. So we see Parasite moving straight for the bomb site. He's going to go for a pick. And Killer gets his second kill. Huge plays. And now it's 4v2. The bomb is about to be planted. And Embos picks up the first kill. Ricky picks up 2. So it's a 2-on-2 situation with the bomb planted. They know exactly where their opponents are at. But one player's actually inside, and John picks up Embos. Embos again running a bit solo there, which pretty much might end up costing
Oh,
him.
my God. And that Scorpion hip fire just not working out in the favor of
no,
Ricky.
that's not good. Okay.
Yeah, the drop back. He was full red. He was full red. So he ends up finding someone, and he gets taken out. Epsilon ends up taking game number 2 here in this best-of-5 series. Of course, loser, they are eliminated. And Epsilon, they want to make their way over to the finals to face off against Complexity, who many are proposing, and they actually just saw a Complexity jersey on the screen. Many are suspecting that they could very well make their way to the finals. Who knows, though, honestly. And wow, what a game, though, man. And like you said, Epsilon, they could not afford that 5-5.
Yeah.
They just couldn't afford it at that point. By the way, big shout out, John, 12 and 6
Huge plays
in that game.
Yep, some big plays by John, and it's really to the point where, like, it seemed like the start of that game went really good for UNiTE, but it just came to the point where those individual plays just weren't working out anymore. And that's the thing that I feel like teams need to mix is just really like having this one strategy where you're just being really aggressive throughout the map, and then you have this strategy where you're really aggressive as a team because, like you said, it's just the mentality changes through a team, and we saw Epsilon take full advantage of those individual plays towards the end of that game.
That's true.
And take a lot of rounds consecutively.
Yeah, we actually saw that Embos was really feeding a lot of kills over to Epsilon, which was happening in the early part. He decided to drop back, rock an AR with a sniper rifle. That was like his strategy. But then all of UNiTE adopted that strategy. And, you know, there was not that, okay, let's have a counter-aggressive strat, like you had said. It was like, we're just going to be super passive and let Epsilon fall into it. But I feel like once you allow Epsilon to dictate the pace of the game, they're going to end up coming out with the W because that's how they operate. They're a momentum-based team.
Yeah, and the Epsilon train is now underway, so
oh boy,
look out for the CTF game. We saw Miracle there get up at the end and started talking a bit, little banter.
Yeah, I know, pretty insane. By the way, guys, we just want to mention to you real quick that Elgatos are going to be $20 off at GameStop. There's a link down below if you want to get your Elgato. Of course, we're doing like this montage thing this weekend where we thanks to Elgato. So.
Gotcha.
Check it out down there. It's pretty cool stuff. With that said, we're going to go to a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere. CTF coming up next with Golden Boy and Rambo. It's going to be a good one. We'll see you in just a sec.